Oh, Agnes of Light from Bravely Default, you are so hot. You heard nothing. This is the all-time game records book, for some strange reason that I found at, I think, a library, or maybe I was gifted it, whatever. Anyways, as always, hey guys, Brady here. So, remember when I used to do collection videos? Of course you don't, because you're a newcomer. Yup. But anyways, so I've been meaning to... So back then, my first video that I ever uploaded was my Wii Game Collection. I have not since updated my Wii Game Collection at all. More so because I don't have a car to go to GameStop or check Second and Charles or to go grab a copy of Fling Smash or something like that. Or maybe A Boy and His Blob or something like that. Or actually, the best one of all, Chicken Shoot. Yes, classic. But anyways, it drifted to Wii U, 3DS, and DS, retro games, Switch games. But there's one that I'm just like, okay, I need to redo this. And it's my Blu-Ray Collection. Remember when I did that video back in 2019? That video is kind of dated to me. I'll just look at it and be like, this needs a few extra bells and whistles. And that's what this video is for. So, this, my friends, is the updated and much more improved version of the Blu-ray Collection. Now, make note that I'm not going to show the entire collection, most likely because there are some films that you don't really care about, like Cars 3, or what's another one? Good Dinosaur, or or Despicable Me. You probably don't, whatever. Or James Bond. Some of you probably don't even care about James Bond. If that's the case, go die off of a microwave. Anyways, let's dive right in to the first stack, shall we? Yes. Here we are, first stack. Everybody loves the first stack. Yes, so let's keep moving, shall we? So first off, this film, it was, I would consider this to be the most 2016 way to experience 2016. Middle school, the worst years of my life. AKA Middle School, the most mediocre way to spend 90 minutes or something like that. That's a quote from Film Brain, by the way, from a midnight screenings review of this movie. Yeah, even from the second that you watch it, it's like, oh god, Cake by the Ocean? Really? Like, that song was played at the Kids' Choice Awards, for crying out loud. And Blake Shelton was, like, the co-host of the 2016 Kids' Choice Awards. Remember that, guys? Remember when a country star hosted a friggin' Kids' Choice Awards and Josh Gad and Jason Sudeikis were there to promote the Angry Birds movie? Yeah, everybody loves everything in life. But, yeah, this right here, definition of 2016. Of course, based off of the James Patterson novels of the same name, Middle School. This just happens to be based off of the best-selling one. Of course, there's also Save Rafe and Get Me Out of Here. But, yeah, not as popular as Diary of a Wimpy Kid, but I actually kind of like it. For some strange reason, I do. And, you know, that's basically it. Where am I going to put this? Right there. All right, next up is a film that you probably already saw, Big Lebowski. You guys obviously saw this in my What I Got for Christmas 2021 video. No, 2020 video, sorry. The 2021 video is coming soon, right when Christmas time is a-coming. And it's coming fast. Very fast. Hope you clean that crap up. But, yeah, this is starring, of course, the excellent Jeff Bridges and John Goodman, as evidenced by the two of them on the cover. And it has a heavy emphasis on bowling. I still don't understand, but maybe I will once I actually watch the dang movie. But anyways, this is another one. This is a film that I feel like didn't get hype at all. It was the ninth film by Quentin Tarantino, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. My dad does not like this movie at all, along with Birds of Prey. And I don't know, I mean, I was just like, yeah, I saw this at Walmart, and like, you know, pick it up, maybe watch it, or something. Nah, that's it. But I would say that this looks interesting. Look up the scores if you want to. I ain't doing it. You guys are. But next up we've got an obscure Ben Stiller picture. Now Ben Stiller, you guys may know as a goofball kind of guy. Night at the Museum, Walter Mitty. Any of those films ring a bell? Especially this one? Probably not. But I would kind of consider this as like the better Click. Even though Click is a good film, I have to admit I grow pretty tired of Quick, the new movie that's coming out in 2020. But Walter Mitty, the full title, Secret Life of Walter Mitty, more like Secret Life of Pets that are shitty, but sorry for that, that's stupid. I'm sorry, I promise I'll never make a joke like that ever again. But, yeah, this is a nice one if you don't take it seriously. This is a very dreamlike kind of film where he, like, has fantasies and whatnot. But, yeah, let's just move on. And you guys can check it out for yourself because, you guys are curious little fricks. This next one is also one that you saw in my 2020 Christmas video. It's also the first movie I ever reviewed. Hello again, friend of a friend. Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Now, back then, I said, this is the funniest movie of all time. It's the best film of the world. Am I like that now? Depression? I'm not. I still like the film, don't get me wrong. It's one of the better points in Michael Cera's career, but even I have to admit, it's not the best movie ever made. The best movie, it's like comparing this to Citizen Kane or the first Shrek. Like, they're not, like, this one isn't as good as those, but it's still a fun romp if you're a teenager, and, like, the kind of humor that this film gives off. Is it the funniest movie that you've ever seen? Because it isn't for me. I've seen far funnier movies, but this is a nice one to try out if you can spot it somewhere in a video store. Give it a shot. If you like teenage sorts of films based off of comic books or something like that. This next one is, it's not Blu-ray, but I as well just show it off. This is like a 100th anniversary collector's edition. It's the series, but this is a collector's edition of E.T., which has a Blu-ray in it, and this full, like, book of how the film was produced, and, this could be rare. I don't know. You guys be the judge of that. I haven't seen the movie yet, but I want to, because it's an American treasure, made by one of the greatest American directors, Steven Spielberg, and produced by Amblin. I don't know. I'll give it a shot one day and give my own analysis on it. So yeah, the next one is a film that nobody liked. Like, nobody liked. The Darkest Minds. Literally, if you look up this film's percentage, it is atrociously low. Like, 14% kind of low. I haven't seen it yet, but judging from the reviews online, I have no interest yet. And plus, it's made by people who did Stranger Things. That's pretty much a shame. To have a great series attached to you and then a terrible movie. But the next one is a film that doesn't get talked about, but is remembered by some people. Anybody ever heard of Pagemaster? With Macaulay Culkin? The Home Alone kid? Okay, he's an adult now, starring an angry video game nerd and whatnot, making a name of himself and being a good all-around amazing dude. Back then, this was like a very unknown kind of film. I don't know anybody who's actively seen it, but it's kind of like it's an animated movie. It starts live action, then it goes animated. It's pretty much it's a film fart. It happens. It's nonsensical, but you forget about it anyways. Now this one is definitely remembered, and it's sickening that it is remembered. Howard the friggin' Duck. One of the worst George Lucas pictures of all time. My family actually really, really enjoys this film. I still don't understand it. They like Alvin and the Chipmunks, the trilogy? Why? They like the Illumination Grinch? Why? They probably like the live-action Garfield duology, and maybe the live-action Marmaduke movie. Until I realized, no, those are not good. But, if you like those ones, that's fine. But, this one, you can't like this one. It's sickening. It also has duck boobs. Ooh. But, yeah, one of the worst superhero comic book films of all time, actually. One of the most sickeningly stupid Marvel films that isn't by Marvel. Yeah. Don't watch this unless you're curious. And if you are, then you know what? Have your curiosity. I don't care. But this next one I had to watch last month, and it's stupid. Goosebumps 2. And you're probably wondering why I don't have the first one. Well, this was a birthday gift. Same thing goes for the Pagemaster and Howard the Duck. I found the Pagemaster at a Best Buy along with Howard the Duck in a bargain bin. I also saw the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen in that bargain bin. I really should have grabbed League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, other than Howard the Duck. But aside from this film is not that good. The first one, has, okay, obviously it has Slappy, and everybody's gonna be so attached to this little bastard. But okay, he's not that lovable. But at least Jack Black returns as R.L. Stine. Spoilers if you don't know if he is R.L. Stine in the movies, then you should probably watch the movies and probably form your own analysis. You know, I think one of them just fell over. And while we're at it, let's actually get to the two collections that I have. Well, the ones that I wanted to show off. So first, you got the Deadpool duology. Whoa, this box is a little too big to fit up close to my head and be like, oh, hey, let's talk about whatever. It includes Deadpool and Deadpool 2. Yeah, I was right on that. But I've never seen either. I will one day maybe talk about them on the channel. I don't know. And the next one, which I have seen, and I really, really like, and there's a new one that's coming out. Kingsman. One of the most relentlessly amazing action films I've ever seen is The Secret Service. It's freaking awesome. If you haven't seen it yet, please, for the love of God, go in cold. Do not read anything about it. Golden Circle, it's not as good, but it's whatever. You'll like Secret Service more than Golden Circle, but that's just me. Anyways, next up in the stack of films is a film that got a lot of hate, and I gotta be honest, I'm in that hate circle with The Lion King, the remake of The Lion King. We all know Disney LA remakes, or live-action remakes for the longer verse, are crap. With the exception of Beauty and the Beast and Jungle Book, and Pete's Dragon, and those are the only good ones. Yeah, those are the only good ones. If you like live-action Aladdin, nice. But how can you like this? I saw this with my family, and they loved it, and honestly, I pretended that I liked it, but now I don't. I could finally come clean and be like, this movie is crap. It's not live action at all. It's pure CG. Nothing is, real. Everything is CG, and it's not worth it. It's not worth it at all. But the next film that I'm going to show off is actually worth it. Starring the excellent Ben Stiller and the kind of excellent, sometimes excellent, Vince Vaughn. Dodgeball, the underdog story. Yeah, it's a true underdog story. I don't know if this is true or not, but this is the unrated cut. I don't even know what that exactly means. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's dirtier or something. This is a very, very, very dirty kind of film. I don't even know what the rating is of it. But yeah, it's unrated, so you're getting some good crap when it's unrated. Whatever. Now, are you average? Let me know. Are you Team Average Joe's Gym or Globo Gym? Let me know. You don't have to type in the comments if you don't want to. I'm just saying that for clickbaity bull crap. But anyways, by the way, I'm not looking for views. I'm just looking for fun. But anyways, this next one is not good. Truth be told, I actually like the first movie a whole lot more. This is SpongeBob the movie, Sponge Out of Water. And I actually think that Sponge on the Run is pretty bad, but I have to admit, this is the worst one. It's pure Avengers without being original or creative and having Antonio goddamn Banderas in the film as well, as a pirate. A guy that still continues to do only kids' films when he's also done The Mask of Zorro or something like that. Or, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. But this next one is a 3-film collection. Bill and Ted 1, 2, and 3. Now, I have only seen the first one, Excellent Adventure, which is an excellent film. No pun intended. I am so sorry. But I've never seen Bogus Journey or Face of the Music, but I heard Bogus Journey is better than the original. I will say no to that. Even if I watch Bogus Journey, I'll be like, no, the original's still better. And I heard Face the Music was actually pretty good. Now I may talk about the first one, but that will be about it. And I already have the first one on actual DVD, along with Wade's World 1 and 2. But, yeah. Now, this next one is a film that I've already talked about. It's one of my most recent reviews that I've done for the channel. Scooby-Doo. Watch my review to figure it out. But, I thought I'd just show it off, because I'm a show-off. Whatever. This next one is a film series that I have shown off in my 2019 Christmas video. We're really going back. Lord of the Rings and Hobbit. Both trilogies. All 6 films. Yeah, I counted in my head. Made sure it was 6, but whatever. So, I've never seen any of these. What do you guys think? I'm pretty sure they're good. I don't know. This video is 18 minutes long. I'm highly doubt... whatever. I'm just gonna go ahead and say this film's gonna be at least 30 minutes long. Whatever. It's a big collection, man. I gotta show them all off. But anyways, Wonder. Based off, I think it's based on a book. It's a very mellow kind of film. I saw it once in high school, and it was 9th grade when I saw it in high school. Now, truth be told, it's not that great of a film, but it's not that bad either. It's got Owen Wilson. It's got Julia Roberts. Yeah, sure. Whatever. And it's got a dude with a space helmet. And it's also got the guy who plays Herman from Walk the Prank, the Disney show. You guys remember that? Of course you don't. But next stack here. Apologize if I take too long to grab it. Next, oh god, camera. Stupid me and my camera habits. Whatever. Nightmare Before Christmas. But, this is debatable whether it's a Christmas film or Halloween film. I say it's a Christmas film because, it's got Christmas in the title, but everybody says it's a Halloween film. But, yeah, that doesn't matter. But, yeah, it has a lot of merchandise. It's one of the most popular Disney properties of all time, one of the most profitable Disney properties. How has it not gotten a sequel? With all the merchandise, you'd expect it to have a sequel, but It doesn't yet. So get to work on that, Tim Burton. Return to Disney and be like, I want to direct a sequel to Jack Skellington. Let's move on. Incredibles 2. One of the best superhero films in recent years. Saw it in the theater, loved the crap out of it, and that's it. So, yes. So let's move on to the next one. Bumblebee. The only good Transformers film until they make that new one that's coming out soon that isn't directed by Michael Bay, thankfully. And this one is not directed by Michael Bay either. It's directed by somebody else. But yeah, this is a very cute film. If you haven't seen it yet, you should, because it opens up very action-packed with Optimus Prime and Megatron and all those wonderful Transformers that you used to know. Now it's just like, hey, it's all about Bumblebee this time. But you know what? I'm totally fine with that. Oh, God. Ugh. The next film. Nut job. Y'all remember my arch nemesis? Yeah, of course you do. Friggin' Will Arnett, Brendan Fraser, Liam Neeson, playing a character. Liam Neeson, of course, playing a character in the film, playing a raccoon in the film named Raccoon. He's just named Raccoon. That's it. But watch my review if you don't know this film. Good. You probably shouldn't know this film. This movie can blow me. There, I said the epic phrase that I did at the end. Whatever. Now, this next one isn't necessarily mine, but it's part of my collection for some reason. Paranormal Activity. I've never seen it, nor have I seen any of the 7 million sequels, even up to the new recent one that I think came out this year, or something like that. But, you know, it's the thing. This next one is a film that I've talked about in a marathon of videos that I'm planning to do a sequel to the marathon of these types of videos. The Lego Ninjago movie. Do the weekend whip, yeah. That song is kick-ass. Honestly, the weekend whip, it really is. The only interesting part about the dang branding of Ninjago. But this is basically Lego Power Rangers. If you haven't figured it out, it's Lego Power Rangers. But you know, it's pretty entertaining. It's something to put on for the kids, something to show on Cartoon Network. You know, it's Lego, so Cartoon Network, whatever. And plus, Cartoon Network used to run the original show. So yeah. Next up, we have a stack that's very hard to grab. So who here is a fan of this? The original not the original Power Rangers movie from 95 or Turbo, but the 2017 film. This film is freaking great. If you haven't seen it yet, please do it. If you're a massive fan of Power Rangers, I would recommend not seeing it, because you could get pissed off by the Rita design and the new suits for the crew at the bottom here, but and the surprise cameo from the song Hand Clap. You know, I can make your hands clap, or something like that. Yeah, this is a nice film. This is a very good film. But the full title is Saban's Power Rangers, but we all know it's just called Power Rangers 2017. But yeah, try this one out. It's very good. Got it for my birthday, I think, this year. Or maybe last year it could have been. Next up is a film that I've talked about multiple times. It's windy outside. Don't worry, that's not gonna change anything. Ready Player One. Personally, one of my favorite sci-fi films, and personally one of Spielberg's best films in my eyes. You know, not many people like this film. I hear Rebel Taxi doesn't like it, but you know, screw Rebel Taxi for that. This is a nice film. It's filled with a lot of epic action. It's not just references, you know. They gotta add a story into it. It's not that faithful to the book, though. Although I can recommend it to most people who love and gouge over pop culture, like me. But another one. This is the next one. That's another one that I talked about. The Peanuts movie. A very a very, very sweet and kind film. Probably the most sweetest film of 2015, aside from Good Night Mommy or something like that. Yeah, this is a nice little film, especially to put on for the kids, because it's Blue Sky, and every Blue Sky film, including Ice Age and robots, are considered for kids, and that's fine, But whatever. Just don't forget to dream big and live on like the blockhead himself. So next up, we have a film that's also considered for kids and is also based on a property similar to Peanuts, Mr. Peabody and Sherman, a film that I've clearly talked about in the past. Second film I ever reviewed. This right here. Honestly, yeah, one of DreamWorks' better pictures, along with Captain Underpants. Captain Underpants was great, and this was great too. Much better than the Boris and Natasha movie that came out on video. That film was terrible. And then there's also, of course, The Adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle from 2000, which this is not bad. But yeah, this is clearly the best one of all the Rocky and Bullwinkle films. Try this one out. It's funny as crap, honestly. They're kidnapping my children in that giant space apple, or something like that. That's just a quote from the film. Next up, we have a 2-pack, including Spider-Man Homecoming and Spider-Man Far From Home. Guys like the No Way Home trailer? Cool. I might see it, I might not, but whatever. I've only seen Homecoming. I do have a Homecoming on a separate disc, but whatever. Was this? I've never seen Far From Home. How is it? I want to know. But next up is a film that everybody bashed when it first came out, and even I have to say, even with the sequel out now, it's really getting bashed harder and harder. That being Venom. I have talked to a massive degree about this film. I love this film. It's a great film. It's even if Venom is a superhero and not a villain, which is what he's supposed to be, Tom Hardy is a trip in this film. As he has always been, he's like never bad. He's not bad in Mad Max Fury Road either. But yeah, this is a nice film to put on because it's cheesy. It's 90s. It's clearly 90s. If you want to watch it, then go ahead. Just be sure to watch this before you watch Spider-Verse, because this came out the same year as Spider-Verse, and didn't have the same reaction as Spider-Verse. Next up are 2 films that I've talked about, that I've mentioned mostly, The Lego Movie, and Lego Movie 2. Now, I've talked about this, I want to talk about this, but not yet. Maybe for another Lego marathon? Something like that? That could work. But both films have very catchy songs. This film, of course, having a song called Catchy Song, that's literally about getting the song stuck inside your head. Even in the theater, I was just like, yeah, this song is absolutely mesmerizing, but whatever. And of course, the original has that everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of the team. But whatever. That's beside the point. Moving on, shall we? Yes. Next is a 3-pack of films. The Austin Powers trilogy. I do not like Goldmember. If you like Goldmember, okay, that's cool. Entitled to your own opinion. That's fine. But I do not like Goldmember. It is the most 2002 thing to ever exist, and also Beyonce is in it. But, this is not the first thing that Beyonce's ever been in. She's been in Pink Panther 2006. Yeah. But these 2 being the only good ones. Spy Who Shagged Me not being as good as the first, but these 2 are the only good ones. But, they're both great. Goldmember. Yeah. But that's just my opinion. If you have an opinion of your own, cool. Go have your opinion. And next up is a film that I tried to get through, but I couldn't. Captain America Civil War. Now, if you don't know me, or haven't heard this fact yet, I cannot get into the Marvel movies. As hard as I try, I can't. The only ones that I can actively get into are the Iron Mans and the Spider-Mans, and maybe the Incredible Hulk. and maybe the Thors. But that's beside the point. The Avengers movies are intrusively long, and this is not even an Avengers movie, and it's very, very long, along with Black Panther. But, this was a very epic piece of gore. To be fair, it's not the worst thing I've seen. It's not the worst Marvel movie. It's good, but not great. Unfortunately, not great. I saw it at Target, and I was like, I'll pick it up, watch it, and whatever. Next up is a film that I would also recommend that you actually see. Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, which is a reboot of the classic Robin Williams film, starring Kerry Gillan, Jack Black, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and Kevin Hart. And Nick Jonas, while you're at it. Yeah, add Nick Jonas in there. It's like... And the sequel is also pretty good, too. Next Level. I don't own it on Blu-ray, but I maybe will somehow. I don't know. I mean, I own the Jumanji video game on the Switch by Outright Games, and that's kind of disappointing that I do. But anyways, last stack. I knew this video was going to be 30 minutes long, and it was already hitting the 30-minute mark. But let's continue. I thought I'd just get this film out of the way. The Emoji Movie. Yeah, it's bad, but it's not the worst thing ever. I gotta say, not the worst movie of all time. Not even worth the 8% that it has. But yeah, it is bad, but it's not the worst thing. Come on, guys. You're acting like crybabies because of this freaking film. It's not that bad. Did I just say that? Oh my god, I'm gonna get a lot of hate. But yeah, it's not as bad as you think it is, but it is still terrible. That's what I meant to say. But anyways, this is a film that is terrible, and I probably will see and probably hate. Terminator Genesis. Now, I already have the first 4 Terminators. I've seen 1 and 2, which are great. 3, which bored me to the greatest degree, and Salvation was awful. One of the worst action films I've ever seen is Salvation. And I know this one's going to take the throne for worst in the series. And it says on the back, you are going to love this movie, even though nobody loved this movie. I think I found this at a Walmart too. Walmart sells some weird stuff, man, I'm telling you. This next one is kind of my brother's DVD, but he never used it. King Kong vs. Godzilla, the original, not the new one that came out this year. Godzilla vs. Kong. This is King Kong vs. Godzilla. Never seen it. How is it? I don't know. Next one is a film that I really do not like, but I have to admit it's very bland. It's very bland. But this is House with the Clock in its Walls. It's one of the most disgraceful Jack Black things I've ever seen. Maybe I'll do a review on it, but that would require me to watch it again, which I don't want to. So the review will have to be 2 years from now when I actually sit through that trash heap again. But this next one isn't a trash heap. It's actually a nice little film. Night at the Museum, the first one, not Battle of the Smithsonian or the other one that I can't remember the name of, but this was one of the more interesting Ben Stiller films. There's a lot of Ben Stiller films in my collection. Think about it. Walter Mitty, Dodgeball. This is another one, but yeah, this one is probably the most watchable one, honestly. Even with Robin Williams's Teddy Roosevelt. Okay, that's actually kind of a national treasure that should be salvaged in every way possible. This next one is the best in the series. Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Dog Days. Now, I've seen, for FC, we did the Diary of a Wimpy Kid quadrilogy. We did the first, Roderick Rules, and this one, and Long Haul. Long Haul was pain. If you drink pain in a cup, it most likely tastes like Long Haul. But this one is actually not that bad. It's actually what I consider the most silliest and funniest one of the whole series. But that may not be true. Whatever. Aside from that, try this one out. Now, the next film is one of the most horrible things you could do for Disney. Planes. It's trash. That's all I gotta say. It's horrible. Got horrible reviews. Got a horrible review from Doug Walker on Disney December. Garbage. But this next one isn't garbage. In fact, it is almost a perfect film. Zootopia. Now, everybody says that this is a fantastic film. It is, but, after the hype sort of dies down, it's not the best. I love it. Don't get me wrong. Zootopia is a national treasure of a film. It's one of Disney's greatest films ever. But will I say it's the greatest of all time? No. But it's still good. You should try it. It's a good one. I think it's currently on Disney Plus, if you have Disney Plus. Or I think it was on Netflix once or something like that. Bottom line, watch it. It's good stuff. And the last one that I have to share is, unfortunately, a dull one. Robocop 2014. Based off of the great cybernetic robotic classic, Robocop. And this one is not that great. End of story. So yeah, 35 minutes long, probably short 36. But yeah, I gotta go. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and maybe I'll include the list in the description of all my Blu-rays that I have. Maybe I'll record a new LP part somehow. I don't know. But aside from that, I hope you guys have a nice night. So, sayonara, peeps. Take care.